people who agree with them, and they'll have a heck of a lot of people who don't agree with them. And so that kind of would impact perhaps on what they do for their living. So yeah, I'm not sure why Lineker would have said, oh, it proves I was right to talk about politics. Maybe there was something more to
Mm.
that award. I don't know. But if he stuck to his, well, he did stick to Match of the Day and football commentary. He didn't really have any. No one was better than him at doing what he did,
No,
and
no.
he was a great footballer. And so far, I'm not aware that I've not seen any political statements from him. Perhaps he is on X or whatever, but I thought once he left Match of the Day and therefore his link with the BBC,
Mm.
I thought he might almost become a politician. But I don't know whether you have, but I've heard nothing from him
No, I've never
politically. Not
heard
the,
nothing.
not that I scour the social media. I don't, so I may have missed things.
Yeah. It was just that statement that I just picked up on. I thought because I
Yeah.
watched it, I watched the that bit of the award, and I thought, well, anyway. So Manchester Derby.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear man, we both got we both wrong on the predictions, won't we? Because you know, you
What did
said,
we say? Did I say a draw? I can't remember.
we did say a
Yeah, we
draw.
did, didn't we? Yeah,
Yeah, we did,
yeah.
both wrong.
We were way wrong there because it was a
But
bit of a one-way traffic, wasn't it? That sort of
oh,
situation. I tell you what, I was totally impressed with Manchester City's goalkeeper. I mean, I think he's supposed to be the best goalkeeper in the world, isn't he? He came from,
yes,
was it PSG? He came from,
PSG, yeah.
but he made one or two fantastic saves. And yeah, so they've got a good one there. Haaland, of course, was on song with his two goals, and then he was substituted, so he couldn't get his hat trick. To be fair to Manchester United, they did have some players missing through injury, so that may not have helped. But I don't think the result or the manner of the play
Yeah.
helped Anarim, the manager. I mean, I've got no disrespect to Harry Maguire, for example, or Luke Shaw. They've been good, great players in their day, but I think it just feels to me anyway. As I say, no disrespect to those two; they're good players, but they've been around Manchester United for a long time, and their ages, obviously, like footballers, they get to a point where they lose their pace and things like that.
Yeah.
But for a team to have to bring on good past players, up against the best teams now, then that's not a good look for Manchester United. I suspect maybe it was because of injuries to some of the players, but I think they have clearly got problems. And Anarim, he really could be at risk. In a way, they can't sack him because he spent over £200 million before this season started. So they trusted him with those investments, and they may still come good. And I gather, reading something this morning, that if they wanted to sack him now, and there are
Yeah.
clubs, I can't think, is it Benfica, I think, are showing interest in signing him. But they'll have to pay him off
It would.
about £12 million. He's been on his contract was for 2 years, £6.5 million a year. So if he now went around the time of his first year anniversary, they'd have to pay him £12 million. I mean, we know Premier League football managers when they get sacked. Well, I mean, they make a fortune. I was reading the other day that Jose Mourinho, who I do like, I think he's got a lot of good qualities as a manager, but he's now received over £100 million in payoffs. So what a job! You do a job. So what a job! You do a job. At some point, the owners decide you failed at that point, and you sack him, and he's made all that money. And of course, a lot of other players, a lot of other managers. Graham Potter made a fortune from Chelsea after working there for 6 months. and so on. So I think you and I might decide to apply for one or two Premier League jobs and deliberately get sacked. Not a bad idea, is it? Really?
think I
But
think
yeah,
I'll
but
get sacked first.
the
Yeah,
result wasn't really a surprise when you looked at the performances at the time. Man
yeah,
City were clearly the better team, and they were always going to win it, weren't they?
yeah, they were. Yeah, what surprised me was it sort of confirmed something for me that that game on Saturday. It was Sunday, sorry. After the match, it was a post match interview. Amorim stood there and and he was like, "Oh yeah, today we didn't know what we were doing. It's like nobody knew what they were doing on the field." And I thought, "You're the manager."
Yeah, you can't say that, can you? You can't
No,
say that.
he said
No.
the players obviously didn't know what they were doing because that last game when and I thought, yeah, me, you're the manager, so
Yeah.
you've got to stand by your players. You've got to stand by your team. That's your style of play. You can't then turn
Mm,
around to say nobody knows what they were doing. It just means you don't know what you're doing.
no. Yeah,
Um,
you haven't prepared them. You've not prepared them properly.
you
It just
haven't.
makes you wonder if he's angling to get sacked, and if he knows he's going to get a walloping payoff, and he knows Benfica are interested. I mean, I don't know. It's maybe rubbish what I'm saying, but it seems strange for him to almost lay into the team like that and
Yeah,
discount his own responsibility for the performance.
I know.
So yeah, it's a
I
strange
was,
one.
I was solidly behind him up until that point. I mean, all right, so
Yeah,
he lost. So he lost. All right, so that's fine. Try and
yeah,
work on the next game. That's what happens in the Premier League. You lose one game, you look forward to the
yeah,
next one, improving in the next one. But when he said that, I thought, oh my days, this is not, it's not really going well, is it? So
mm,
that was the point where I thought, maybe he's had it's bowing to pressure now. It does look stressed now. It does look
it
stressed.
does.
Yeah, when he does
Yeah,
post-match interviews, you can just see the stress on his face. I feel sorry for him. But do we think that Manchester City is now out of the bad patch? We've won.